Hello and welcome to another one of my Trinity teaching. This is lesson 2.1. This one is on Athame and the sword. Okay, first off, the Athame. The Athame is traditionally a double-edged dagger with a black handle. Well, let's face it, you're not going to be able to easily get a hold of one of those. It'll be either expensive or just very difficult. So, you can easily find a knife. I mean, I use a kitchen knife. But first off, an interesting thing, something you have to know. Number one, once you pick an Athame, number one, it cannot have ever been used to cut anything physical. If it's drawn blood, also, it's no good either. If it's drawn blood, it cannot be used ever. And once you get it, you can never use it to cut anything physical anyway. It's meant to cut things spiritually, not physical. So, basically, once you get a dagger, not a dagger, if you get an Athame, and you use, say you use a kitchen knife, like I do, like this is mine. Nice little guard, too. First off, it's gotta fit perfectly in your hand. It's gotta feel good. I mean, it's gotta feel right to you. If it feels right, like a good Athame, then there you go. You have an Athame. If you ever accidentally cut yourself with it, you can't use it anymore. If it's drawn blood, it can never, ever draw blood. It's a part of, an Athame. It's gotta feel right in your hand, too, I might add, as I said. It's gotta feel fit right. It's gotta feel good to you. I mean, granted, the way I do it is it's just the way I am. But it feels good to me, and it's steel, so it won't rust. I'm saying it's steel, but anyway, so it's a good dagger. Good Athame, I wouldn't say a dagger, because it's only got one edge, and it's serrated. When daggers have two flat edges. But anyway, this is what I use. So brand new is good because, one, it's never cut anything or drawn blood, and I bought mine with the sheath on it, so obviously, I couldn't have done anything else. And all I gotta do is be careful. I found mine at a local store here, so I don't know if you'll be able to find these at any other store. Having the sheath on it is actually good because there's less chances of accidental cutting. And there's actually a set of 3 of these. A small little green one, which I actually have one as a bowline. Somewhere. I have to find it. Then this medium red one, which is the one I use, perfectly feel for my Athame. And then a bigger purple one, which is kind of too big for me. The counterpart to the Athame, which is used mainly in cutting work, which is basically just a big Athame, would be the sword. This is the sword I have. It is more of a katana kind of thing. It's got, if you can see, a dragon on the blade. I don't know if you can see it that well. There's the head, I do believe, right about there somewhere. This is a katana I found at a local store, so I quite like it. Swords, I don't have much. I mean, I found this. I really haven't used it for any work because swords are usually more used by high priests in coven work. Well, I only got this after I moved here, so I haven't actually been with a coven and used it, so honestly couldn't tell you much on swords, but I can tell you, I'm pretty sure it's basically like the Athame, so I'm pretty sure it mustn't have drawn blood. I honestly couldn't tell you if it's ever cut anything, because it's an antique, and I do believe it's real. I couldn't tell you, honestly, but it's honestly hard to tell. I think it could be fake, but either way, it's cool. So, I just like it. That's the main reason I got it. But then I thought, might as well use it as a sword and wicket. But anyway, it fell over. When it comes to, back to the Athame, you can draw circles with it. I mean, it can be, people use it to draw the circle, and it's good for cutting, not physical things, energy, like cutting energy. I actually use mine a lot of times to cut my circle when I'm done. I mean, to end my circle, to break my circle. I use my wand to cast a circle. You can use an Athame to cast a circle too. It's really up to you. Let's see, what else can I talk about an Athame? I mean, you can buy an Athame, that's fine. But make sure you pick one not just for looks, but for the feel, because I've learned it's good that it has to feel right. I mean, it doesn't have to just look good; it has to feel good. This, it's a perfect feel. Originally, we got one for the kitchen. I went back and got this one for myself. So, it's just, it just feels really good to me. So, and quick note: the Athame can see, because in tarot, the swords, technically Athame, represents air. Well, in the altar, they can represent air, and the wand can represent fire, or you can have it the wand is air and the Athame is fire. It's really up however you want to do it. I see the Athame as more fire, honestly. So, plus mine's red, so it works. So, but it's up to you how you do it, because you usually have to have at least one representation of each of the 4 elements on your altar. But I will talk about that next video. So thank you for watching my video on Athames and swords, and until next time.